Now that I am officially braced, spit it out. How are you here?
Now, Southern California's news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Jimmy Kimmel is back, set to record his first show since the suspension last week. What and who we're expecting to see on tonight's show.
And heartbreaking breaking news. A mother arrested after her 2-year-old son is found dead at a home at Placentia. Why police are questioning her response.
And breaking news just moments ago, pursuit ends in a violent crash when the suspect slams into an innocent driver in Sherman Oaks. Air 7 is live over the scene. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Colleen Sullivan.
And I'm Mark Cutter-Robles. You're watching Eyewitness News at 3, live here on ABC 7, Hulu, and wherever you stream. We do begin with that story. Comedian Jimmy Kimmel returning to his talk show tonight. Jimmy Kimmel Live was taken off the air last week following comments that Kimmel made.
Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes is live in Hollywood and says not everyone in the country will be able to see Kimmel's return. Rob.
Yeah, about an hour and a half from now, the cameras will be rolling here at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood. Jimmy Kimmel set to tape his return to television, and America will be watching closely.
Jimmy Kimmel Live will be live again.
It's Jimmy Kimmel Live.
The late-night talk show host easing his way back into the spotlight. Earlier today, Kimmel posting online for the first time since his suspension last week. A photo of him with the late TV producer Norman Lear. Kimmel writing, "Missing this guy today." Fans outside Kimmel's Hollywood theater missing him as well.
That's really amazing that he's coming back. I'm really excited.
Slated to appear on tonight's show, singer Sarah McLachlan and actor Glenn Powell, star of the upcoming Hulu football comedy Chad Powers.
It's time for you to move on.
Kimmel's show preempted a week ago over remarks made in the wake of Charlie Kirk's murder. Disney, the parent company of ABC, says it pulled the show last week to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. The move generating a current of support for Kimmel throughout the entertainment industry.
And I'm glad that the industry got together with many other people, millions of other people who are fans of Jimmy and support him in every way.
Meantime, the question now is how will Kimmel address his nearly 1-week absence? His monologue tonight will be closely watched, but for some Kimmel fans, why he was gone isn't as important as his return to the airwaves.
I don't really think Jimmy did something wrong, and I'm very happy that Jimmy's coming back.
Now, Jimmy Kimmel Live airs tonight at 11:35. That's right after Eyewitness News at 11. Reporting live in Hollywood, Rob Hayes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Rob, thank you. And remember, you can watch Jimmy Kimmel Live at 11:30 right here on ABC 7, right after Eyewitness News at 11.
Turning now to some breaking news in Sherman Oaks, where a pursuit suspect has crashed into an innocent driver. Let's go live to Gabe Santos in Air 7. Gabe.
You're looking at the end of that pursuit right here on Sepulveda Boulevard and Weddington. Sepulveda Boulevard is closed in both directions after this pursuit. The pursuit started just after 2 p.m. The pursuit was going the wrong way on some of the surface streets in the Van Nuys area. It ended in this crash here that has Sepulveda Boulevard closed in both directions between Clark and Magnolia. We do know that the person in the victim vehicle remains at the scene here. They appear to be okay. They're just waiting to see what happens next. The suspect was taken into custody initially and then transported to a hospital in unknown condition. Live in Air 7, Gabe Santos, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Gabe, thank you. More breaking news here. A mother is in custody in connection to the death of her 2-year-old son. Police said that they found the baby unresponsive at her home shower. Eyewitness News reporter Ashley Mackey live now in Placentia and has more on what the mother is being accused of. Ashley.
Mark, a very tragic story here in Placentia. We know the boy's mother was arrested, but we're still learning details as this investigation unfolds. We know that it all began last night at this house behind me. It was around, or a little after 9 p.m. when police responded to a call regarding an unresponsive child. When police arrived, they found the child in the bathroom. They also found the child's mother with self-inflicted wounds. Through the investigation, police say they learned the mother, 40-year-old Melissa Melissa Lynn Basil was giving her 2-year-old son a bath in a walk-in shower using a plastic storage bin. She told police she stepped away from him for about 2 minutes to get some soap, but when she returned, the child was lying face down in the bin and unresponsive. Basil began CPR on the child, but when that didn't work, she harmed herself with a sharp object and barricaded herself in the bathroom with the child. After about 6 hours, another family member found them and called 911. After Basil was treated at a local hospital for what police describe as superficial wounds, she was taken into custody for involuntary manslaughter and child abuse causing great bodily injury.
Basically, there was neglect. She left a 2-year-old in a bin of water, a bath, for 2 minutes alone, and there didn't make any attempt to seek help when she found the child, either from family members in the house, yell and scream for neighbors, call the police, anything like that.
Police say the father and the other children were at home at the time of the drowning. They say the father was also questioned, but there is no sign that he had any involvement. There are 4 other children who also live in the house, the oldest in their mid-teens. Those children are currently with their father. Police say they haven't found a history of child abuse at this residence, but they also say this investigation is still ongoing. Live in Placentia, Ashley Mackey, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
So sad, Ashley. Thank you. Also breaking right now, police investigating a shooting at Pepe's Tow Yard in Riverside. Police say a man came in and shot a female employee and also shot at other employees. Police say that man is a former employee. The woman shot multiple times and taken to the hospital in critical condition. The shooter was found dead at the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It's unclear if there was any connection between the victim and the suspect.
More breaking news right now. Police in Long Beach in the middle of an hours-long standoff with a man armed with a gun barricaded inside of a 7-Eleven. It started around 2 this afternoon, or this morning, I should say, at Pine and Broadway, right in the heart of downtown Long Beach. Employees inside the 7-Eleven were able to run out and flag down police. The armed man appears to have locked himself inside of an office area. Streets in the area remain closed, and we do hear that nearby businesses are also being impacted.
President Trump today speaking to more than 150 leaders at the United Nations General Assembly. Mr. Trump promising to broker peace overseas, but also taking jabs at the UN, accusing the organization of not living up to its promise. ABC's Rena Roy is at the United Nations headquarters in New York City.
President Trump center stage before the world today, addressing the United Nations General Assembly. At times, the president's stern and combative, even attacking the UN and doubling down on his immigration policy, highlighting his administration's mass deportation efforts.
If you come illegally into the United States, you're going to jail or you're going back to where you came from, or perhaps even further.
Trump claiming what he calls uncontrolled migration crisis, saying it's ruining European countries.
I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell.
He also took jabs at the very body he was speaking to, accusing the UN of not living up to its promise.
All they seem to do is write a really strongly worded letter and then never follow that letter up. It's empty words. And empty words don't solve war.
But later telling the UN Secretary General that the U.S. stands behind the organization.
I may disagree with it sometimes, but I am so behind it because I think the potential for peace with this institution is so great.
Trump painting himself as the peacemaker, calling to end the wars in Gaza and Ukraine, also calling for hostages to be released in Gaza, but saying he opposes recognizing a Palestinian state.
The rewards would be too great for Hamas terrorists for their atrocities.
Between Russia and Ukraine, Trump again threatening additional sanctions to pressure Putin to end the war and urged European leaders to do the same. The president meeting in person today with Ukrainian President Zelensky, who agreed more pressure and sanctions against Russia are needed.
Your idea, and I want to discuss it, how to stop some countries from Europe, how to stop the possibility to buy Russian oil and gas.
The president encouraged world leaders to reject policies geared towards fighting climate change, falsely claiming, quote, it is the greatest con job ever. The president's claims in stark contrast to well-known climate assessments. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
ABC News will have more reaction to President Trump's combative UN speech. That's coming up in a live edition of World News Tonight with David Muir at 3:30, right after Eyewitness News.
And some other top stories that we are following today. Ryan Ruth has been found guilty on all charges against him. He is the man accused of attempting to kill Donald Trump as he played a round of golf on his Florida course last year. Sources say that after the verdict, Ruth tried to stab himself in the neck with a pen. He now faces the possibility of life in prison.
A telecommunications threat averted. The Secret Service says it found more than 100,000 SIM cards and 300 servers